Hey everybody, it's Courtney Edmond here in To Tame the Shame Parenting, and I just wanted to take a moment because in office hours and in the sip and shares and in a number of conversations I have recently had with parents about their kids, I've talked a little bit about making sure we make space to invite the voice of our kids into the conversation. So often, we as parents have the answers. We're in a hurry. We know what our kids need to do. And what we do is we direct them and we tell them what to do. And it's so important for our kids with executive function skill challenges, for our kids who don't want to be told what to do. That's across the board, whether they're neurodivergent with executive skill function skill challenges or not. Um, Kids, especially tweens and teens, do not want to be told what to do. And when we're trying to get them to go do things that they are supposed to be doing, we fall into the habit. I am guilty of this. We fall into the habit of saying, hey, you've got to get out. You've got to get out of bed. It's time to go to school. You need to have breakfast. Hey, you've got to get your homework done. Um, hey, you've got to take the trash out. Come on, you've got to get it out. And we keep telling them what to do. And their defensiveness is triggered by this. They don't want to be told what to do. They already know what they need to do. They may not want to do it. And there may be something getting in the way with that. And so, what I like to do instead of using what I call directive language, which is more of the types of language that I was using when I was saying get out of bed and do your homework. What I like to do is use my compassionate curiosity, and we ask questions. We use the open-ended questions. We use the motivational interviewing techniques that I've talked about in the effective communication part of the video on demand video library. We use affirmations. We use the what, when, where, and how questions. We avoid the why questions because those trigger defensiveness. And we help them to start processing and thinking and problem solving for themselves without triggering the defensive mode. And so we might say, hey, I know you want to get up and go to school today. When are you planning to get up? And we have to check our tone of voice, take away that anxiety, because that anxiety triggers them also, can trigger their anxiety, can trigger their defensiveness. And we get curious. Hey, what can I do to help you get ready for school? Hey, I've got to be at such and such a place by 10 o'clock, and I have to drop you off at basketball by 9:45. That means we need to leave at 9:30. And so I need you to be in the car by 9:30. What do you need to do to be ready to leave by 9:30? And how can I help you? So I'm not letting them walk all over me. I'm not letting them do what they want to do, but I'm giving them, helping them think through what has to happen and what they need to do to get ready. And if they don't meet that expectation, then we talk through, so hey, we have to check our emotion. It's hard to do. We check our emotion and we say, hey, I needed to be someplace by 10. I didn't get there till 10:15. One of the reasons I didn't get there till 10:15 is because you weren't in the car at 9:30. You didn't get into the car till 9:45. That meant you didn't get where you needed to go either on time. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. Well, it wasn't a big deal to you, but it impacted me. So in the future, what do you think we should do differently? Put it back on them, right? And so that is an example of the compassionate curiosity, making sure we say it in the right tone of voice versus being directive. And I think that that is a really critical piece and way that we can go about supporting our kids' executive function skills, problem solving skills, so that they start to think about what they need to do. But they also are starting to meet their own expectations, developing independence skills, maintaining a connection with you, but it's also meeting expectations within the parameters that you need also. Because one thing that I don't want us to become, and that I do not advocate for in inviting the voice of our kids and inviting our kids to be problem solvers with us, is permissive parenting. That's not at all what this is about. This is about making sure that our kids are starting to think on their own, because they need to have that internal motivation about how they're going to do the things that they need to do in their life. That you're there to help, that you are there to support. But when they are the ones who are responsible for following through and you're not telling them what to do, they have no one to rebel against, right? So that's part of the backdoor psychology of it all. But it really is about getting their buy-in, getting them to think, and helping them think sequentially through those steps of this is the end goal, and walking backwards and then beginning the plan. So I hope that's helpful. And I hope that if you have any questions, please show up at office hours or throw them in the messages and let me know how this technique works for you. Bye.